Welcome to the COPD shuttle. For your safety, please keep your arms and legs away from the doors and remain seated at all times. Please use the grab rails in front of you, and an emergency stop button is located overhead if needed. Now, breathe easy and enjoy the journey to the center of the lung. A silent killer lurks among us, yet few people know its name. It is the fourth leading cause of death in the U.S., and it preys on millions. It incapacitates and impairs its victims' quality of life, and the effects are irreversible. It is COPD, and it seeks to rob humanity of one of our most basic necessities: the ability to breathe. COPD is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, a progressive lung condition encompassing several respiratory disorders. These disorders include chronic bronchitis, emphysema, progressive asthma, and can include severe bronchiectasis. Researchers believe that many people develop COPD-related illnesses through long-term exposure to airborne irritants such as coal and burning leaves. Grain dust, chemicals, genetic disorders like alpha-1 deficiency can also play a role in one's susceptibility to the disease. But the most significant risk factor for the onset of COPD is smoking. To better understand COPD, let's go inside the lungs and witness its damage firsthand. As you breathe, air travels down your windpipe and into the lungs' bronchial airways. But when pollutants enter the lungs, they cause these airways to become inflamed and narrowed. Pollutants such as dust, coal and burning leaves, chemicals, and cigarette smoke containing particles and toxic elements. Over time, these foreign substances cause inflammation and scarring, making each breath more difficult. Smaller airways, called bronchioles, are affected most by this process. Inflammation caused by pollutants destroys the elastic fibers that allow the airways to remain open during exhalation. This deterioration of tissue can cause the airways to collapse. The bronchioles can also become inflamed and fill with excessive mucus, further restricting the flow of air. Erosion within the lung tissue extends even further, all the way down to the alveoli. Alveoli have the crucial task of absorbing precious oxygen into our red blood cells while expelling carbon dioxide. Without the alveoli, we have no other means to oxygenate our blood. COPD destroys the elastin of the alveoli and eventually the alveoli itself, reducing the surface area where oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged, leading to oxygen starvation. The damage done by COPD usually occurs over many years, gradually starving the body of oxygen and causing many health complications, including chronic tiredness, shortness of breath, frequent colds and chest infections, wheezing, and chronic coughing. COPD can kill cells and entire organs, and sadly, it is often fatal. Over 300 million people are now affected worldwide, and the number is growing. In the U.S., It is estimated that someone dies from COPD every 4 minutes. COPD is almost always preventable, and there are treatments to lessen its impact on your health. Early diagnosis is essential. If you're concerned about the risks of COPD, you should stop smoking, avoid secondhand smoke, prevent exposure to work-related chemicals and dust, ask your doctor about getting a flu shot, improve the air quality in your home, investigate a family history of lung disease, and obtain a spirometry test to assess your risk. The COPD Foundation is committed to helping people with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and invites you to become a part of this team effort. Visit copdfoundation.org or speak to one of our representatives to find out more.